Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Happily Ever After season, I don't know, episode 6 and 7. Okay, now apparently my voice is gone. I don't have a voice, but I'm here. Maybe I'm getting sick a little bit, which I can't have. You know, who gets sick in the summer? I don't have on any eyebrows, I don't have on any eyelashes. I'm just here, y'all. I'm just here, okay? I was supposed to go out and drive, and I ain't even doing that. I'm gonna do it later. Okay, so I want y'all to see this. Before I start, I want y'all to see all of it. I want y'all to really, you see this? 4 hours worth of material I'm about to give y'all, okay? Here we go. Pao and Russ, because their scenes weren't, I'm not saying that they boring, but I'm saying that they're very boring, okay? They went to go see a midwife at a natural birthing center because Paul wants to have a natural birth. I ain't never had no kids, okay? But every lady I didn't heard that had some kids say it hurt, okay? So you about to sit up here with your first child and push it out naturally. I mean, my mama did, but yikes. Russ was getting on my nerves because Russ was like saying, if we don't go to the hospital, then I'm gonna have to be in charge of a lot of stuff. And I'm just really nervous because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle everything. Or Pau brings up the fact that she had a miscarriage and she's not able to connect to this pregnancy as well as she wants to. And so the midwife gives her some advice. She tells her to write a letter to her baby that she lost and tell the baby what she wanted for the baby, what she wanted the baby to be, how she saw the baby's life going. And that would give her the closure that she needed and also validate the baby's life. What I didn't like is she sat down right in front of the camera, wrote the damn letter, then Russ comes in and reads it on camera. And they both are crying, and it's just this really intimate moment. And I know for TV, that's like TV gold and everything. But I was just really shocked because something as personal as a miscarriage, you came, I don't know. I just wouldn't have been out here talking to Russ is still a little scatterbrained and a little bit worried about Powell trying to give a home birth because if something goes wrong, then they don't have easy access to the hospital. Powell then decides that she wants to have a home birth. She wants to literally be in a tub, I'm sorry, in a pool in the living room. Y'all need a tarp, okay? Because you can't have, anyway, a pool in the tub, pool, a pool in the living room, and she just gonna be in there, and she just gonna push it out, and it's gonna be at home, and obviously the midwife is gonna be there, but she tells her mother this over Skype, and her mother is like, "Is this really what you want to do?" I mean, I had 6 kids and I had them all at the hospital. So I don't even know if this is the path that you want to take. But Pao wants to take this path. Pao says that this would be, the most comfortable for her. She would be able to pick the position when she gave birth. She'd be able to have her nice ambiance with candles and everything. Look. I've never had a child, so I don't know. But I know candles and an epidural. I know candles and an epidural are two different things, okay? I'd rather have the epidural, but I don't know nothing. Anyway, so we find out that her mother, she was waiting for her mother to get the visa. Her mother ends up getting the visa. Her mother comes to America and she is hoping that her mother will be supportive of the whole home birth idea, but as they are inflating the pool, which takes 6.5 minutes to inflate. Girl, I be done had the baby on the floor. 6.5 minutes, it just would have just fell out and been on the floor. Somebody get her, cause it's over. Powell tells her mother, I know that, you don't really necessarily agree with this, but I can't have you getting scared and have all them fears and have you just stressing me out, okay? I need to sit in here in this warm water and deliver a damn baby, okay? I can't be worried about how you're feeling. And so it's driving Paula a little bit crazy, but that was their whole scene. And when I say that was their whole scene, I mean, that was their whole scene for episode 6 and episode 7. Okay, Nicole. She done dyed her hair purple, and she said she want to get in shape, so she doing stretches in the yard. She's upset that the trip to Grenada got canceled, but she believes that he did have a family emergency. She is going to her mother's house. Her and May are going to her mother's house because they don't like to stay at one house for too long. Can you say hobo? Because I can't. She's going to stay at her mother's house for a few weeks before she goes back to Morocco. Her brother thinks that Azan's behavior was suspicious, obviously. And she's going to Morocco to get married. Okay, she's going to go to Morocco to get married. So she was able to get some of her money back from the trip to Grenada because the last time when they were supposed to go to South Korea, and he wasn't able to go, she didn't get any of that money back. Bro, I'm just trying to figure out, like, her mother is like, so what happened? Why wasn't he able to come? She's like, I know why he wasn't able to come, but I guess she don't want to share it on camera. She don't want to share it with them. Let me tell you something. First of all, her hair is too dark. Nicole is pale and Nicole doesn't have eyebrows, or her eyebrows are blonde. So that within itself is making her dark frame glasses, big square dark frame glasses. Well, not big, but square frame glasses. Dark purple hair. Girl, why is it that dark? Her hair is dark as hell. Her hair up here looking like this. Your hair shouldn't be looking like this, okay? It shouldn't be looking like this. You are pale. You have no color to your skin. You can't, anyone, if you are of a lighter complexion, you cannot pull off dark colors. It's going to make you look washed out. You can have you a dark lip, but you can't have dark hair and a dark lip. You walking around looking like a damn ghost. You can't do that. Her stepfather came in there and said, you will be back in a few weeks and your ass won't be married. And Nicole was like, I'm not trying to hear this negativity. I'm not trying to do this. She gets up and walks away. He says, I'm sure that some Moroccan man then emailed her stepfather and then told him that Azan is not about to ever marry Nicole because his mother and his sister don't approve. So Nicole had left, right? But the camera seen Nicole standing there. Nicole came back in, and Nicole just stood there like this. Then Nicole said to the camera, "It's probably not true, and I wouldn't believe it anyway." First of all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You said it's probably not true. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with Nicole being so far in denial that she done dyed her damn hair to try to combat. You know she going through something. You dye your hair when you're going through something. You cut your hair when you're going through something. Or in my case, you get piercings when you're going through something. Piercings and tattoos when you're going through something. Okay? When you're going through something, that's what you do. I got one right here, but actually I wasn't really going through anything when I got this. We was in California and I decided I want to get something to honor my mom. So this is a lily, and it's the infinity sign with a bird, and it say May 30th. I don't know how we got on the subject of my tattoos, but her mother says that she knows that Nicole is going to defend Azan until her last breath. Her last. So Nicole says to her entire family, you know what, bro? I'm going to get married regardless. And they say, do it. Do it. Whatever. So that's the end of her story. She was only in episode 6. Nicole needs to get her ass on 90 Day the Other Way. So we can at least see Azan and see the lies that he telling up close. Ashley and Jay. Jay's sister is so cute. She is a cute lady. And her baby is so cute too. So they go to the airport to pick up his sister and his brother and his niece. And they're coming out there for the holidays. He's very excited to see his niece because he left before his sister had her baby. Ashley is excited to see Poochie, who is Jay's sister, because she thinks that Poochie will set the record straight with Jay and enable them to change their relationship. So wait, so you know how like this is all fake, like Ashley and Jay's storyline is all fake according to Ashley and Jay. I just want to know, like, so was Poochie involved in it? Like, you know, the fakeness, or I'm just confused. Jay meets his niece for the first time and they take him back to Ashley's place. He's very excited to show his family, you know, where he is now in life. But anyway, um Jay and his sister go into, oh, we see the kids' room. Obviously, we see no kids because the kids were with their father that weekend. Actually, when are the kids not with their father? Jay and Poochie go to sit down in the daughter's room and they start to talk. Poochie asks him, is he being faithful? He says yes. The sister thinks that even though he did mess up, it's not that serious. And he says that it's embarrassing that his family is here and that he's not able to work and that he's not working and that he's not able to send money back to them and to help them out. I think he told Poochie this, and Poochie was like, well, I'm gonna talk to Ashley, see how she feel. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not about to be nobody's mediator, okay? Ashley, Jay, and the family go to get a Christmas tree because, you know, it's a new tradition that they're starting. How are they starting a new tradition and they don't even want to be together? They get the Christmas tree, they get it back, then they start to put lights on it. Ashley says that she's a perfectionist, so she doesn't like the way that Jay is putting lights on the tree, and Jay doesn't like how Ashley is talking to him. So he's like, you can just do it yourself. And Poochie is like, Jay, why you so miserable? And Ashley is like, he's always like this. Maybe he's just always like this around you. Okay. And bada bing, bada boom. That's the end. Okay. So, in the next scene, we see Poochie and Ashley. They go out to talk. Ashley tells the full story, or the full story. Poochie is very taken aback because Jay didn't tell her all of this, obviously, because a man ain't gonna never tell the full truth if he got to. Poochie then says that she understands why Ashley is so upset, but she needs to, you know, forgive if they still gonna be together. So I think next episode, episode 7, we see Poochie. Poochie is about to go, and literally it was one scene that they had. Poochie is about to go. Poochie says, hopefully next time when I come, y'all will be happier because it's very uncomfortable being in the middle of y'all bullshit, okay? She asks him if he's done with all that childish stuff, and she says she thought that he had changed. And she asks him if the fact that you are not able to work, if that's a reason why you did what you did. Jay says, yes, that's a major reason why I did what I did. Then Ashley is like, but you knew that you weren't able to work when you got here. They get into an argument, you know, stemming from that. Ashley, in Jay's words, are overpowering him. He gets embarrassed. He doesn't want to be talked to like that in front of his sister. So the sister is like, bro, Ashley, you need to forgive if you want to continue to be in this relationship. It happened some time ago. And Jay, you need to grow up if you want to continue to be in this relationship. And that was the end of their story, okay? Do I even want to talk about Larissa and Colt? Larissa tells Colt that she doesn't want to live with Debbie anymore. Larissa says that Debbie is territorial, and Larissa thinks that Colt should protect her, but Colt is a pussy. Larissa says she can't be Colt's wife because Debbie is already his wife, and she should make a T-shirt saying, "My husband's a pussy." Okay. Colt says that she should respect him, but Larissa says that he's just afraid of his mother, and Colt says, "Well, I'm sorry that I'm not perfect enough for you." And Larissa's like, "Shut up, bro. I really don't give a fuck." And Larissa says that before she came here, Colt promised that living with his mother would be temporary, but now it seems like it's going to be permanent. Colt is, first of all, Colt got to be a a manipulator, a what's it called, a psychopath, a sociopath. He has to be, because the way that he was looking, like, she's acting the way she did before she got arrested. Like something, like he has no emotion on his face, or he has emotion, but he's trying so desperately and deeply to hide it. Cold is TEW, too much. Okay. Colt goes upstairs to see how his mother is doing, and his mother basically says that, she tries to stay out of Larissa's way. Coach says that that's the issue. Debbie says that Larissa is trying to push her out and that she shouldn't mess with the slot machine. And Colt doesn't know how that conversation came up, and it just randomly came up. Y'all say hi. Colt says that he doesn't understand. He doesn't know how the slot machine situation was brought up. And Debbie finally says that she can't take it anymore. She has to leave. She has to get out. Colt is like, I don't want my mother to live alone. I don't want her to be alone. I've lived with her all my life. And I understand what Colt is saying, but at the same time, if those are your feelings, then why why would you get married? You should have got married to somebody who was okay with this. And Larissa's not okay with this, okay? You should have got married to a young girl, because the young girl would have just allowed this to happen. This is episode 7 now. In episode 7, Larissa is going to have a hair appointment. Colt said that he would pay for it. Then he found out how much it would be, and he said that he wasn't going to pay for it. So Colt comes downstairs, and Colt is like, I can't pay for everything. I can't do this. I'm always paying her bills. I'm always paying my bills. It's just too much. And it's like, bro, she can't work. What are you talking about? Colt says that Larissa is constantly against him, and he's tired of paying for everything. Colt also says that he's done fixing her problems and he's done with her. Larissa, I guess, apparently didn't go to the appointment because she couldn't. Anyway, a couple of days later, a day later, Debbie is gone. She has gone on vacation somewhere, and Colt and Larissa have the house to themselves. The producers came after the aftermath, and Larissa was arrested again. Uh, she locked herself in the bathroom, and Colt thought that the best thing, since she locked herself in the bathroom, was to deactivate her phone. She then goes on social media. You remember when all this stuff happened? She went on social media and was like, "Help, I'm locked in the bathroom. Help, call 911." Somebody called 911. By the time they came downstairs, it was 5 cops with guns pointed at them. They first put Colt in handcuffs, and then they let him out the handcuffs and put Larissa in handcuffs and took her away, okay? He calls his mother to let her know that Larissa's back in jail. This is what got confusing. He's like, I don't know if Larissa's bail is too much and I'm not going to be able to pay it. So they find out that Larissa's bail is $1,000. He's like, I don't know if I'm able to pay $1,000, right? So he goes to a bail bondsman. He goes to a bail bondsman. The bail bondsman is like, is this y'all first offense? He like, no, this is the second time, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the bail is only 15% of, 1,000. So it was 150 plus $50 in court fees. It was $200 altogether. I then seen Colt open up his wallet, right? Hand $200 to the bail bondsman. And I'm like, you handed $200 to the bail bondsman. Got this man gonna be on your case if Larissa don't show up to court when you could have just went down to the courthouse and bailed Larissa out yourself. Cole gets, I guess they bail her out. He then goes to the courthouse. I thought he got there at 3 a.m. I don't know why I thought he got there at 3 a.m. But apparently he got there at 12 a.m. He was waiting. It just, what it reminded me of? What's his name? It reminded me of Tracy and Clint when Clint was waiting hours and hours for Tracy to get released. Well, basically, it's the same situation. He's waiting hours and hours for her to get released, and he just wants to be here for his wife. He wants to protect her. It's a rough neighborhood down here, and she doesn't have a phone, she doesn't have money. He just wants to make sure she gets home safely. And that's the end of their story, okay? Pedro says he doesn't have any control over Chantel since he asked her not to come and she still came. His sister and him went out with their friends, and she like, loosen him up, get him a drink, get him a drink. The same girl that he had his mouth on her neck, she there too. He tells all of his friends that Chantel is coming. They like, no, Chantel shouldn't come. No, 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 no. Then they what's I don't know her name, Coralina Mother, whatever the fuck her name is. She's like, no, I would never do that. If my husband told me to stay, I would stay. Girl, shut your pick me ass up. Fuck. His friends tell him that he needs to put his foot down regarding Chantel, and he agrees, okay? So we see Chantel. Chantel is getting ready to come to the Dominican Republic. Pedro feels disappointed that she's coming because he needed his own space, but he loves her anyway. He's waiting at the airport. He, I think, has flowers for her or a balloon or something. And she's like, oh my gosh, hey, Pedro. She gives him a hug. She kisses him. He's like, hi. And Chantel is like, I'm very surprised that he even came. I didn't think that he was going to come. And I'm just really confused because he wasn't giving me no type. I don't know. All I'm saying is Pedro would have smooth been in the Dominican Republic as long as he wanted to. Because I'm done. He would have smooth tried to open that door to our apartment and would have seen nothing in there. Because I would have left. But that's just me. They go to the hotel, and Pedro wants Chantel to come say she's sorry to his mother. So Chantel is like, I really don't want to go. I don't want to go. I want her to be, respectful of me, but I'm going to go for you. So they get dressed, they go. She brings a translator so she can be able to understand every shady word that his mother says. So they sit down on the couch. His mother was blowing me because she only had blue eyeshadow on one eye. That's number one. She's like, it's crazy that basically she's like, it's crazy y'all jump my kids. It's crazy that your family don't know how to control themselves. Your family should be adults. My family didn't even do nothing. Your family trash, blah, blah, blah. And if I was there, I would have beat all of y'all up. And Chantel is like, pause. Let me tell you something. Your son put his dirty ass foot on my mama's table and kicked everything off. That's number one. Number two, your daughter tried to pull my brother off of her brother and scratched him and was messing up his face and biting him and all of that, okay? I'm not saying that my family is innocent, but your children aren't innocent as well, okay? So I'm done here. Pedro, get your things. Let's go to the hotel. It's just so annoying to me because his mother is like, he don't have to go no place if he don't want to. And then Pedro decides that he's gonna go to the hotel with Chantel. He is upset because Chantel should have just apologized to his mother and everything would have been cool. Chantel says, I'm not going to apologize for something that I didn't do. And I don't understand because has Pedro apologized to Chantel's parents? Pedro didn't even go over there for Thanksgiving, right? Right? What are you talking about? When they get back to the hotel, Pedro says that he feels like he is in the middle and he wants Chantel to get to the root of the problem because if he wants to be cool, if she wants to be cool with him, she has to be cool with them. Chantel, you should walk away immediately. Pedro also wants Chantel to meet with Nicole. So Chantel is like, I really don't want to meet Nicole. Me and Nicole have never been close. We've never been cool, but whatever. I'm gonna go meet. So they go and they're meeting Nicole, and Pedro hopes that this is the start of a new beginning. Chantel says Nicole is the one to blame for the argument, and she doesn't know if she can be cool with her. Nicole sits down and doesn't speak to Chantel. Chantel says that Pedro needs to have her back. Pedro proceeds to not have her back. Nicole starts to point her finger and do all of this, and Chantel says, shut that shit down, okay? You and your brother like to do a lot of this pointing stuff. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We ain't gonna be pointing no more, okay? Nicole says that Chantel is always defending her family and that she needs to defend her husband. Pedro agrees, and Chantel is like, you're literally defending your family right now. What are you talking about? Chantel says to Nicole, I need you to stop talking about my family. I need you to tell me as an individual what I did to you as an individual. Nicole, I guess, don't have anything to say because she opens up her mouth and says that Pedro doesn't deserve you. Pedro doesn't say anything, so I guess Pedro doesn't think that Chantel deserves him either. Chantel then says, you know what? I've had enough of this. She stands her ass up and walks away. It takes Pedro a good minute to come over there, but Pedro comes over there. Pedro's like, why won't you talk to my sister? She's like, I tried to talk to your sister. I tried to talk to your mother, but they keep bringing up past stuff. I thought that we was going to be able to have a clean slate, and I'm not going to sit up here and let anybody talk about my family when we supposed to be talking about our issues, okay? The issues that we have. And she's like, you want me to be cool with your mother and your sister, but me and you not even cool. So how is that going to work? Pedro then says, if you don't want to make it work with my family, then you just wait for me in Atlanta, okay? It's whatever. So I guess Chantel stayed down there until Pedro left. And then they get to the hotel. Pedro's like, I'm about to go get my stuff and go back over to my mama's house. And Chantel is like, look, let me tell you something. If you leave here, we're done. It's over. Pedro says that he doesn't understand why Chantel won't apologize, why Chantel thinks that she's so perfect. And Chantel says that he's always acting like this when he gets around his family. He turns into a little bitch. I didn't know that this was the man that I married. And tonight I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to try to clear my mind of this, and then tomorrow I'm going to figure out what I'm doing. So that's the end of their story. Honestly, y'all could have kept Russ and Paola. Y'all could have kept Ashley and Jay. Well, y'all did keep Nicole. Y'all could have kept a whole bunch of people and just showed me Pedro and Chantel. I don't really care about Colt and Larissa because it's bullshit now. And Elizabeth and Andrei. Because Elizabeth and Andrei, stop it. Stop. Andrei is driving to go see Elizabeth's father. Bro, he says that it's a horrible feeling when when your wife stabs you in the back because he's now found out about the fact that, uh, Elizabeth got the down payment money from father. And they sit down, they have this awkward small talk. Then her father says that he's going to ask Andrei if he wants a job. And if Andrei wants the job, he needs to swallow his pride and worry about putting food on the table. Her father says that he's worried about Andrei's means of money and he doesn't know what happened with the trucking. And Andrei says that he doesn't need to worry about that, and he doesn't think that Chuck should be Elizabeth's father, should be involved so directly in their lives, okay? Her father is like, okay, whatever. But anyway, if you want to come work, then I have jobs. You say that you want to do handyman work. I have properties. They need handyman. Okay, so you can be a handyman. Um, Andre says that I'm good, okay? I'm good, love. You're fine. I'm fine. We don't need each other, okay? And Dre says that he's not going to take the job because of their relationship. And Chuck says, well, look, if this is how you feel, then I don't need you. And Andre says, good. I don't need you. You don't need me. Boom, bada bing. Everything cool, okay? So Andre gets up and walks away. Andre gets up and walks away. In the next scene, Elizabeth goes to see her sisters so they can set up her baby registry. And then Elizabeth starts to talk about Andre and how money is tight and everything else that she says. Then when her sisters put in their 2 cents, she gets angry and she's like, hey, chill out, don't talk about my husband. Boom, blah, bling, blow, blah. I'm just so confused because I'm like, why are you even why are you even saying this to them and like telling them this information if you then gonna turn around and say, hey bro, don't ask about my life. Don't put your opinion in. Elizabeth then says that she realizes that she talks too much and that they should just let Elizabeth and Andre figure out everything on their own. But in the same breath, she says that she doesn't want to create because they may be moving out of that place. They don't want to raise a baby in an apartment. They don't. Andre doesn't have a job. There's so many things that you're saying that sounds stupid, but yet you want people to stay out of. And honestly, I would have stayed out of it. I know that's my sister and everything, but I would have stayed out of it. Girl, fuck you. Anyway, so Elizabeth says, you know what? I don't need this. And she gets up and leaves, okay? She gets up and leaves. Andre picks her up. They're in the car. She tells what happens. Andrea's like, I don't even need to hear about all of that. Let that shit go. I don't need to hear about it. Elizabeth is like, oh my gosh, they're texting me. They're texting me. And I guess she's texting back. Andrea's like, don't text them, I said. And he snatches the phone out of her hand. And Elizabeth is like, no, give me my phone. Don't you ever take my phone out of my hand. Don't you ever do that. Blah, 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 blah. And Andre just thinks that the Elizabeth's life will be easier if, she listened to him because your life is so great right now, right? You're making so much money and you're putting food on the table and you didn't move out of a rent-free house to be paying $1,200 a month in rent, right? So in the next episode, Elizabeth and Andrea are getting ready for the baby shower. And even though they made up for the drama that they had in the last episode, Andrea and her sister Jen are still not cool. And he told the other sister, Rebecca, not to invite Jen. So they get there and it looks really, really nice. Jen arrives like 3 seconds after they get in there. And Andre is not at all pleased, okay? Andre is upset because Elizabeth's family doesn't listen to him. When Jen goes over to say hello to Elizabeth, Andre and Jen don't speak at all, okay? So they open up the presents. They're then eating cake. That cake looked good as hell, bro. That cake looked delicious. They're eating cake, and then Jen asks Andre what's up, Andrei goes to talk to Rebecca like in a corner and is like, you shouldn't have invited her, you shouldn't have invited her. I guess, like since they're still in the party area, everybody is turning around like what's going on. He takes her to the corner, in the hallway, and he's like, you shouldn't have invited her. Rebecca's like, I'm not about to get into y'all bullshit. That's my sister. This is my house. I'm not going to not invite my sister to my other sister's baby shower. Elizabeth comes out, and Elizabeth is like, bro, what are you doing? You need to calm down. She didn't even have to throw this baby shower. Chill out. You ruining the baby shower. Go back in there and just live your life. So then they go back outside. They go back in the party area. Then like 5 or 10 minutes later, Andrea is like, okay, I'm ready to leave. And then they go. They're the first people to leave, and it's their baby shower. After they leave, Jen and Rebecca are talking, and they like, how in the hell you think I'm not about to come to my sister's baby shower? We could be fighting, and I'm still about to come. You're out your mind. So in the next scene, Elizabeth has set up a brunch between Jen and Andre. So Jen gets there. They have like a little argument or whatever. Elizabeth has to break it up. Elizabeth's hair also was looking very unkempt. She needed to brush it. Andre didn't apologize like Elizabeth wanted him to. He's going to give Jen and Chuck another chance. And I mean, nothing was really resolved in the scene. So I don't understand why it was there. But I guess, now Elizabeth hopes that the baby will just bring everybody closer together. When has a baby saved a relationship? Never. Anyway, y'all, I did it. Okay, I did it. My 90 Day the Other Way review will be out later on today. And my Married at First Sight review will also be out later on today, okay? If you all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything you need to know about me will be in the bottom bar below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.